Good morning, Eastern Church. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday and that you're all keeping safe and healthy in this difficult time that we're all going through. As you all would have heard, my mom was diagnosed with COVID. She tested positive last week, Wednesday. And just to explain to you guys how absolutely amazing God is, my mom and them came back from Stolba, which is in the Western Cape, on Monday, and my mom being older, she's quite stubborn. I remember even calling her on the trip back from Stolba to the Strand, where she said to me, "No, she's not going for this COVID test. It's a waste of time. I don't have it." And by the time she got to Strand, I remember having a conversation with her and saying to her, you cannot think like this. You need to realize your life is important, your health is important, and also people around you need to know, so that we know what to do and how we can help. So needless to say, Mom got her test done last week Monday, and she was very tired. Leading up to Monday, most of the time she spent at the caravan park where they were camping. She was sleeping a lot, excessive headaches, and we were just extremely worried as a family. Wednesday morning came the horrible news that my mom was confirmed with COVID, and the first thing that went through my mind was, my mom is old. She's in that threshold where it's a concern. She's got hypertension, and I immediately started panicking, because I'm so far away from my mom. I can't see her. I don't really know how she is actually doing. I spoke to my brother, and my brother said that there's nothing you can do. Mom is confirmed. You can't come into contact with her, and so it's no use coming down. Later that day, I spoke to my brother again, because he's down that side by my parents, and he just said to me, Mom is getting taken up into hospital. Her oxygen levels are deteriorating, and the signs aren't good. When I spoke to my sister, which was at that time with my mom and my dad, I actually called my father, and I heard my dad answer the phone, and I heard him saying to my sister, "Please speak to Tiaan, I can't." The only words my sister could get out was when I asked her, "Sis, how is mom?" And her words to me was not good, with her voice being crackly, and I could hear she was in tears. She was frightened. Yeah. So at that moment, I just said to Ange, I need to get down there. I need to be with my mom. I need to help her. And, even if I can't be with her, I need to be there. Because the problem is, as human beings, we tend to have the worst case scenario always in our minds. And right at that moment, what it was for me was not being able to say goodbye. Because, what else do you tend to think with COVID? We all started praying. My sister and my dad broke bread and took wine with my mom. They blessed her, put olive oil on her forehead, and we all started praying excessively, and Eastern Church climbed on it and prayed. And just to show you how absolutely amazing God is when they called the doctor immediately said, my mom needs to get taken up in hospital. To give you an idea of currently how things are going in the Western Cape, the hospitals are so overbooked. There is not a single bed available, and there is a very long waiting list to actually get a bed and to be able to be treated for COVID. So God just being in control and just stepping in like He always does. The doctor immediately called the hospital. A bed was available for my mom to go in immediately. Mom got taken up in the hospital, and immediately they started treating her. By that evening, so this is still Wednesday last week when my mom heard that morning that she had COVID, by the evening she was already starting to show an improvement and asking the doctors when she can go home. The doctor's response to her is, just based on how I've seen you improve in the last few hours, you should be able to go home the next day, which is then Thursday. Thursday came, they picked up that mom had a phosphate deficiency, which he then said, let's rather keep you one more night. Mom was out back at home Friday last week. And it's so amazing. You know, most patients get taken up and they spend weeks and weeks there on ventilators and oxygen. My mom never even needed oxygen. She's back at home. Her oxygen levels are over 95%, which is normal. She's still battling with fatigue, but she's strong. I even remember my sister sending a message to all of us while my mom was in the hospital, and actually saying to us that my mom was asking the sister if she knew how to do her job, because she didn't know how to put a drip in. And you know, that's my mom. You know, she's strong-willed, and you know, she's a godly woman. You know, she's a believer, and as she actually said to me, she said, Tiaan, God will protect you from COVID. It is not to say that you won't get it, but God will protect you through it. Guys, I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you for all the prayers and the love. We do not have to fear the COVID. God is on our side. He is there to protect us and keep us safe. All we need to do is believe and go down on our knees. He will always be there for us. We must stop putting Him aside and making Him the only one in our lives, the priority in our lives. Make Him your number one and your spouse your number two. I thank you, Eastern Church, for everything. Amen.